Hey, what's going on, Form? It's your boy Laz, and decided that we're gonna start doing a topic for this next vlog. So, kind of like what I've said before, topics are just gonna focus on specific segments and sections. And this is kind of the introductory portion of this. So, we're gonna be checking out NCH Software. And with NCH Software, it's I think it's not as known well now. Maybe it was known better back in the day. To be honest, when I was doing Dragon Networks back in the day, I really only used them for this video recording program that I'm using now. So the debut video capturing program, and it was always good for me. I thought I was going to do a bunch of PC support videos and things of the like, but it just never happened or occurred, which is all right. So the thing is that maybe about a few months ago, I guess before I got to the point to you know, for doing vlogs, um, is that I needed video editing software, obvious reasons. So that's the thing is that I decided, well, let me see what they have, because I know I seen something before when I used, the video recording software. Well, they probably have something to utilize. So, I went to their website, and I've never known how much software these guys have developed over the years. And I mean, they've been around for a long while. So, this introductory video is just kind of going to go through the website, see what kind of programs and software that they have. And, at least for me, I'm just going to pick out the ones that I think I like the most. Now, I can tell you one thing. I am a pretty business-oriented person. So a lot of it's probably going to be business-based software, just because that's, like going to PC support and things like that. I'm just geared. I'm just geared for that, and I like that software more than anything. But and I wouldn't say they have any kind of like novelty software, but things that are dated, more along the lines of CD, DVD burning. I don't know how many people are doing that anymore, besides almost zero. And labels for CDs and DVDs, and just other things that were probably more prominent. It makes sense to have back in the 2000s, 2010s, before you've had all this sophisticated software, or you get a software package and it can do some of this stuff right out of the box. So okay, why do I want another program to install in my system? So, that's kind of how this is going to be. Depending on how much software we're going to get, it's going to definitely depend on how long this video is going to be, which, it's like I said, we're just sort of kind of going with the flow for this one. And, we're just going to check out the website next. All right, guys. So we're going to check out their website. So one thing about their website is it seems like every time you click on something, it always opens a new page or a tab, or however you have your settings for your web browser. So just kind of want to pay a homage to them, and we're going to check out their about page. So kind of like what it says here, NCH Software is a leader in business audio technology. Since 1993, our software development team has released more than 80 easy-to-use software applications for Windows, Mac, and mobile devices. Each software program is designed to fulfill a specific need, and many programs are considered leaders in their markets and have been awarded for excellence. Um, so, and look, I wouldn't doubt that from over the years for what they have done. But that kind of gives you an idea on what we're going to be getting into. So, originally, a software company, um, in business audio. So they do have a lot of audio and video editing software that, yeah, it's not like the biggest things around, mind you, or well known, or but it's a very good notification. It's very good. I think it's very good. So anyways, yeah. So let's check out what they got and whatnot. So that's their about us. So we're just gonna, so uh, so this is their main page. So this is where you start out, and this is just a taste of what we're going to be seeing here in a little bit. Video software, business software, audio software, computer utilities, graphics software, diction software. And and I can tell you too, like, look, I'm not endorsed by these people or anything. I mean, if I was endorsed, I don't know why I would be posting it on my website. To be honest, it'd be getting spread a lot faster and whatnot. But okay, so let's see. We'll just click that and just see however things are going to go from here. See what I'm going to get and whatnot. So let's see. They got a classic FTP client, which personally, I do use FTP. It's just FileZilla is definitely my go-to, and like even with their FTP program, it's pretty much standard out of the box, file transfer protocol and of the like. And I'm not going to lie, like if you kind of look at some of this stuff, it does look a little dated. So, which could very well be just the idea and concept of how many people are using FTP these days. Probably not a lot. Not when you got cloud services and things like that. So, the FTP program isn't tempting enough just because I think FileZilla is the way to go. And it's you can have them do more or whatnot if you want with FileZilla. Click charts, easily create visual representation of a process, organization, mind map, or other diagrams or sequences. I don't really care about charts and stuff, Let's see here. So we got Copper, which is Copper Point of Sale software. POS provides business with cash register system that makes the checkout process quicker and more accurate. Now, I can tell you this does pique my interest only because, well, like even if you look on the website, I got the Dale Harris POS system. I sort of use kind of something of a POS system for Dragon Networks at the time. It might have been a little bit of overkill to have it because really it's, I didn't have much of an inventory as well as, a lot of itemized things that I wanted to track or anything like that. But this I am kind of curious, only because since I used a POS program before, I'm kind of curious to see how this one's going to work. So, this I'm just going to download. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Crescendo allows you to create, save, and print music conventions on your computer. Wide array of symbols, time, key signatures, and text gives you control over music arrangements. Not much of a music guy. Here's Debut. So this is the program that I I already use. Um, so the other thing to also keep in mind too is a lot of these programs are shareware. So you get like so many uses. I think it's so many use trial, and then you either get a very very basic watered down version with a lot of the features and functionality cut out until you purchase a license or not. And at least for license purchasing, they have like I think standard and professional. I believe I got the professional license for both the programs that I've got from them. I really love using this, honestly, just because, features like you can have, the webcam with, if you're doing a desktop um, recording session like what I'm doing, is I'm at a loss for words. You can add captions to your video and things like that, colors and effects. And, you could do a whole bunch of things, and, maybe this may not be as feature rich as, something like, which I really don't know what the other programs that are out right now, honestly, that you could use for video recording. But like I've just always gravitated towards this one. This is something that I've used, because back in the day, and it still is kind of free to use. It's just you're going to be very limited with your selections. So that's my key advice too for when it comes to this software. If you're interested in getting it and doing things with it, and I can't remember the price, but it's but they always do deals every now and then, and volume licensing and things like that, But this is definitely a program I would recommend for sure, because I like using it. It's pretty basic, straightforward, nothing fancy about it. Okay, so let's continue here. So we got Desk FX. Desk FX allows you to apply audio effects in real time to audio playing on your computer. This is probably, oh yeah, so mixing sounds. I'm not surprised. So, of course, for somebody like me, I don't really care. But kind of like what the what the About Us kind of said. Well, they were an audio software development company, so there's going to be a lot of sophisticated audio and graphical editing softwares as we continue through. Let's see, Disk Sketch, create professional labels done with minutes with Disk Sketch. Kind of like what I said, Well, I guess this can kind of go in line with all the audio and stuff. If you're still doing CDs and things like that, I think everybody's just kind of on SoundCloud or Spotify or one of those streaming sites or something like that. I guess if you want to be a bit more exclusive, then you could do albums still. Let's see. Doxillion is a multi-format document file converter that's easy to use. So, as tempting as that sounds for document formats, it's not too tempting. And, the thing is, like even with the program itself, like, docx, doc, PDF, rich text format, EPUB, yeah, that's well, that's just a few to name, because I think they have a bigger list coming down. Yeah, so here you go. So here's all the formats it can convert from to make it a lot more easier, for posting or doing something like that. And look, I can tell you that, yeah, I feel it's important to have, some kind of a document conversion or something to convert a format to another format, whether if it's a site specific or regional specific. The thing with that is that a lot of these programs already do that, or it has simple functions, or you can just maybe do an extra little step to get wherever you got to go. And that, that's the kind of person I've always been. And granted, too, it's not too often that I am converting documents into all these other formats and whatnot, So, yeah. So it's that too. So I know, as sort of tempting as this sounds, I think this is definitely one that I'm not going to look into because, a lot of out of the box programs and stuff already do that, or you can save as a different format and then, get the best of both worlds. Okay, so let's see. We got DrawPad. DrawPad is an easy-to-use image composition and manipulation program. It is an essential tool for all types of graphical design projects. So, okay. It's almost like, Adobe Photoshop or however you want to call it, or MS Paint. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like MS Paint. MS Paint's pretty bare bone. Now, look, personally for me, for when it comes to image editing software, I use paint.net. And I got that posted, on my site for download and whatnot. And look, anybody will tell you, everybody has their own program that they like using to do image editing and, and creation and whatnot. And I can tell you, for me, I'm not too willing to try something different. If I probably did art more often, I probably would be willing to try to see, because I know each one of these programs has its own little niche feature or function, or, does things a little differently with paintbrushes and pencils and things like that. Okay, DreamPlan. DreamPlan is a home design program that helps you visualize and plan your dream home with a realistic 3D home model. Okay, yeah, no. For me, no. But, there's a very odd piece of software right there. Home design, landscape design, deck and patio design, interior design, track mode, pool design. Look, it's cool. It's cool, but I'm not an architect. And as tempting as it is, oh man, I could do all this stuff to 3D, 2D blueprints. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. It's just, yeah, Wow. Well, I guess if you're into the 3D thing, like, that, that is pretty cool and interesting. Like, it's a very niche market for sure. So, home designers and maybe architects, probably not really too much of architects. I'm pretty sure they would rather use a different program, or, you got AutoCAD and things like that. Okay, so let's see the next one. So we got Express Accounts. Express Accounts is a professional accounting application that allows you to track and report in incoming and outgoing cash flow during sales, receipts, payments, and purchases for single or multiple companies. Now, this sounds very, very interesting for like Dragon Networks. If I was still doing this, for most of Dragon Network's lifespan, it was mostly free, or discounted prices, or something along those lines. That it wouldn't have worked out too well, personally. But there you go. There's another program that's, I wouldn't say is niche, but is definitely business oriented and related. So we got Express Animate. Express Animate is a free animation software that gives you the ability to animate shapes, text, imported images. You can also enhance your movie projects and post-production using keyframe motion animation. So, I mean, I'll just kind of look at it. Personally for me, and I can tell you, because I know this was one thing that I kind of looked at, when I was seeing what kind of video editing suites that they had, because of course, oh yeah, look at that, animations. Oh man, I can do fantastic transitionals and or whatever if I wanted to. Now I can tell you, I didn't buy this. I definitely didn't buy this, but it's kind of coming back to me. It's very basic animations, as you could see with this little thing, but it's still cool. I mean, if you want something basic, or however you want to do it, you could do it. It's cool, I guess. Oh yeah, man, export video or HTML5, man. All right. But yeah, it's just something that I'm just, I don't see me ever using. But I guess it's kind of a nice little starting thing if you wanted to. But I think this is another one of these shareware ones. So you gotta probably pay for all the features after like one or two videos or however many uses. It's something weird like that. Okay, so here's something that's dated. ExpressBurn. ExpressBurn is a program for Windows and Mac OS X that lets you create and record. Yeah, create and record audio CDs, data DVDs, video DVDs, and everything of the like. So I don't know how relevant this is now, this day and age, because I guess unless you have a lot of DVD play or DVD, well, yeah, I guess DVD or CD players, I mean, doesn't really matter, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's a niche market, but it definitely has became a niche market. A lot of people do MP3s and things like that. And look, I kind of already have a CD. Well, I already have like a disc burner in general, so I'm not really interested in looking into something else. As well as I have like so many different like ISO creating and ripping programs too, because that's that I mean, now with Windows and stuff, which is kind of nice, on a personal level, at least for like, I don't know if it was Windows 8, it might have been Windows 10 kind of going forward. If you have an ISO file, you could just mount the ISO file. So you don't have to burn it to media and then, okay, well now I'm going to put it in and then, have it go from there. So, it's definitely something that's likely going to become obsolete. And, just, if you like it, or storage, of media and content, because I think it has a really long shelf life. Okay, let's see. We got Express Dictate. Dictate is a computer-based voice recorder that lets you dictate using your computer or portable dictaphone or note taker and send your recordings to typists or email or internet. So it's pretty much a video. Wow, this is pretty much a voice capturing software that can be voice to text or just voice recordings and things like that. Let's see here. Express Invoice. This professional invoicing software helps you create invoices, apply payments, manage client accounts. Express Invoice also lets you print, email, or fax your invoices directly to clients. Now, this one I think would have been pretty awesome to have. When I was doing Dragon Networks, because that was kind of one reason why I was doing the POS system was more so like an invoice than it was as a point of sales station. Just because, hey, it could do receipts and it can track those few times when I got a charge for services or parts or labor or anything like that. So this probably would have been something a lot more suited, at least for Dragon Network's needs back in the day. I'm not really too interested in trying it out just because, I really don't have any use for it at all. So, I'm not too worried about trying it out. Let's see. Express menu. Create, save, and print menus for your restaurant, cafe, bar, bistro. Yeah, I guess if you're starting up, restaurant, this might be something to consider. I wouldn't doubt that this is going to cost money if you buy it. I don't think, I don't think you could just do a trial thing or anything just because, it's a for-profit thing. So, yeah, but, hey, it's something to consider. If you are getting ready to start a restaurant or something, or who knows, maybe a lot of people have used this before, and, it's like I said, this is the whole reason why I'm doing this is because they got a lot of interesting things here, for an audio software business. That's the thing to keep in mind. They were originally an audio software business, and they made all these other different, applications. Okay, let's see here. So we got ExpressRip. ExpressRip is a program for Windows that lets you extract digital audio tracks directly from audio CDs. So either, WAV or MP3 files on your hard drive. Yeah, so, a lot of programs can do that. So, that's another one of those things that, unless this is something that you probably grown up to use, or you need it in one of these file formats that just a program can't do, or whatever, because like for iTunes or whatever, it wants to do .acc format, when you rip most of the time, because it does, I guess, better audio compression. I can't really remember, or it's just Apple being Apple, however you want to put it. But yeah, like who, if you gotta ask yourself how many people or who's really using this anymore, that's, yeah. Okay, Express Schedule. Express Schedule makes it easy to manage employee schedules, create, edit, and share work rosters with your staff. Okay, so look, I'm not going to lie. I am more than likely going to download this. And the only reason why is because technically, where I work, I built a schedule in Microsoft Access, and or a scheduling like system to kind of delegate and figure out who's going to be doing what for that scheduled day. So I'm kind of curious to see how it works. To be honest, because it's a work computer, so there's IT and all this other stuff where I don't. If this is a really good program, it's going to kind of make me sad, only because, well, I won't be able to install it on my workstation. Like I'll only be able to use my tablet and things like that. So, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely curious to see how it works. I think it's probably going to be something very, very straightforward. Like 9 to 5 or something like that. And like for what I built, it's, hey, it doesn't really tell you, well, at least the database doesn't tell you a time like, hey, you need to start here, or your shift ends here, or take a break here, or you're taking time off, or anything. It's not sophisticated like that. More so just tracks projects and progression of projects to, how far along are we and how much time is there approximately. So that's kind of the other thing too, is this, I just don't know how it's going to, work and whatnot, but I'm going to try it out anyways, just because it definitely piques my interest so far. All right, so let's see here, moving along. So we got Express Scribe. Express Scribe is a professional audio playback control program with variable speeds and foot pedal controls designed to assist the transcription of audio recordings. Yeah, pretty much another, voice to text software system. Just you can use additional hardware and whatnot to help with that. Then we got ExpressZip. ExpressZip is an archiving and compression tool to create, manage, and extract zip files and folders. Let's take a look at this. So look, now, personally for me, I still use JZip. And look, I could tell you, JZip is a discontinued item. A little background with JZip real quick. So, JZip was managed and maintained by, the developer for a while, and then either the developer sold his rights or just left it the way it was, and then, transferred the management of the website to somebody else. So I can tell you, and I wouldn't doubt, even if you Google it, if you Google JZip, you're going to see a whole bunch of forums and just, oh, this is dangerous and whatnot. And yeah, now it's dangerous. Like, it's like packed full of malware and spyware and, whatever world else they could try to fit into it. That, like, I can tell you, as soon as you start downloading it to your system, if you have an antivirus program, which I hope to God that you do, it's just going to stop it. It's just going to go delete it. So you won't even have the chance to even install it to see. Like, I guess that's how riddled full of, junk it is now. Now, the version that I have is the last stable version, which I think for what was on the website, that's just how it was. And, it's basic and bare bones. My secondary is 7-zip. 7-zip's a good go-to, because I could tell you, if you're trying to get maximum compression, so if space is a huge deal for you, you want to zip it in 7Z format. That's the thing. I could tell you from my experience, that's the best format if you want to maximize your space, in content, with, while for compression and whatnot. Okay, so this is ExpressZip. So, you can view and archive all the file formats that we all know and love. Let's see. Encrypting, email, repair. Reduce file size for email. Compress folders, share, choose from 5 levels of compression. Okay, so, you know what? I think I am going to try it. Okay, so here's a little bit of background if you guys don't do a lot of email or anything. So the thing is that when it comes to emails with attachments, there are a lot of email programs that have limitations on how much you can attach to the email, only because, well, it could be malicious, So, so that's one reason why there's limitations. I think like with Google, I want to say it's 10, it could be like 30 megabytes. But that's the thing, is if you're trying to send something that's like 50, well, you got to downsize it. Now, the other thing too with this to kind of keep in mind if you are having that problem is a lot of the hold on, let me check out some screenshots. A lot of these email providers or servers, or however you want to put them, if they see like a zip file, they usually flag it, and then it either goes to junk or it doesn't get sent or received or anything, because because of that, now a lot of the hackers and stuff have just been, okay, well then I'm just going to compress all of my malicious content on there, and then if they open it, they can do whatever. Where, the biggest thing is when it comes to file, large files, they always say do file sharing. That's it. Do file sharing. It's easier to throw a link in the email and, make sure that's a valid link instead of, adding an attachment and whatnot. I'm still an old school guy. I would rather add an attachment because I don't want to get an email. Then, okay, so now I got to click on the link and then go to another site and then either have log on credentials or something, because it's a file sharing site. So you likely have to have an account, because of extra security reasons. It's just, look, look, man, if I just need to sign a document, I don't want to have to go through all that. Attach it here so I can sign it, whether it's digitally or physically, let's see, encryption. Yeah, I guess we'll download it. I wasn't really thinking about doing it, but we'll check it out because I'm kind of curious. I think we could do a comparison to see which compresses better, and just kind of go from there. I think that's really the idea for that. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking about downloading it, but yeah, since it's 5 levels of compression, well, let's see what those 5 levels of compression are. It could just be, hey, look, you got 5 different formats to pick from, and okay, well, if it's 7Z, well, it's like I said, that's the best format personally. Okay, so let's keep on going, because we're only halfway. That's that's the funny part about this. We're only halfway through the software that's on this site. All right, so we got FastFox. FastFox lets you create keyboard shortcuts. When pressed, expands line of text. This is a great tool for typists or people who find themselves typing the same thing over and over again. I can see how that's good. Definitely not my cup of tea, so I'm not really too tempted about that. We got FlexiServer software for automatic employee time attendance logging. It also features additional tools for quality assurance monitoring, reporting, and works perfectly with home or remote working staff. Okay, so you might be thinking to yourself, oh, so it's a time clock program. And no. This is one of these programs that I think this might have gotten used heavily when the pandemic started, or when people just had to work from home. And this is a work tracking program. So it tracks, when you log on, are you clocking in? What are you doing on the system? Things like that. And look, I know privacy and things like that, but look, if my account for something like this is like, look, if you feel like privacy is an issue, then maybe you shouldn't work for that company, because usually companies will have something stated in a contract or when you sign on, hey, these are our privacy and consent, terms. And I mean, look, the other thing you got to keep in mind too is like, oh no, my privacy is invaded. Yeah, but you're using their systems for your personal actions. So, and look, I highly doubt businesses care about, I don't think they care about your banking information or your social media status or anything like that. It's like, look, are you doing the work that you need to be doing on the system? Because, it's, getting computers and things is a huge investment. So, yeah, it's just something, it's like I can see both sides of the coin for this one, and that's just it. It just comes down to those terms. It's like, look, if you got to do something personal on it, I don't think they mind, but, don't get bent out of shape when it's like, I don't want to be tracked. Anyway. Okay, so we got Fling. Fling is an FTP design. Fling is an FTP application designed to upload files to a website or as a backup tool to backup files and folders. The software supports both file transfer protocol and network file transfer. So now, look, here's the thing with Fling. Because I considered getting it back then. So for one, for me personally, I am not really doing any kind of like syncing services. I'm still pretty old school where I like manually managing my files, because let's say if you do make an update for something on one system or whatever, and then it's like, oh, I like that. I like what I originally started that I have saved on the server or wherever. Well, when you get a service like this, yes, I know you can. There's always settings. So look, even I'll say, I don't want to hear, oh, but there's well, yes, look, I know that there's settings and things, but then that's the whole thing is, okay, you got to be very specific and particular. And then even with these programs, yeah, you can have like an inbox and an outbox or something, where, okay, well, my inbox, I just want you to sync it, period. I don't care. Sync it or auto sync it, or, when I hit run, boom, boom. And then, the outbox could be, something where, okay, hey, this is an every now and then thing or whatever. But, so this is very tempting to kind of try, but the thing is that for one, I'm not really doing any kind of syncing services. I think it's kind of cool to do FTP synchronization since I do have an FTP server. Personally, I think that's kind of cool. Makes it easier. But it would be more for like a backing up kind of thing, more so than, okay, well, for the website or whatever. Because, I'm on my server pretty frequently where it just doesn't make any sense to save a copy on another system. And then, well, if I work remote or whatever, well, if I'm on the server all the time, I maximize that space. And even with backups or whatever, well, that's why you create a backup solution. Make sure you have a backup solution before you go. So there's some words of advice too during this whole conversation while we're checking out software. So as tempting as this is, even for like a general syncing thing, like even on like the local network, the thing is that I already have tools that I never really utilized before, and I've always heard about them from when I was in PC support, and that's SyncToy. SyncToy was provided by Microsoft, and, this was XP era. So, syncing was key. Syncing was king, and even with syncing, it kind of came down to more so syncing with devices than it was with networks and things. And, it was an expanding concept at that time where this might be that same dated concept. And personally, I have those programs that I know what the functionality does. Yes, it can't do FTP, even, SSL FTP, which is even great. That's fantastic. But, this is something that I'm definitely not going to check out just because of, at least for my internal solutions, or really if I was already doing syncing of that sort, then yes, I would have tried it out just to see, okay, how does this work? And if I like it better, then hey, cool. All right, Golden Records. Golden Records is software that helps you convert your old vinyl LP records, tapes, cassettes into CDs or into waiver or MP3 files. So pretty much, you gotta have, you gotta have a device to hook up to do that, because it's physical to digital. So, this is just a software that helps, modulate that into what you need it in. So, I don't have anything like that, nor do I care too much. Inventoria. Inventoria is a professional stock management software that allows you to manage inventory in one or several locations. When installed with Express Invoice, you can create purchase orders to be sent directly to a vendor. That's pretty cool. I don't see me doing that. It's tempting to get, because with my job, I do have to kind of keep track of inventory that we do purchase every now and then. So it's not really, the creating a purchase order thing is kind of cool, but not really needed, for me. But just to keep track of an inventory and, ding, okay, we're low, we got to order more. And then, as well as kind of, I guess, understanding the price points. But that's the thing too, is, we don't really care too much about how much something costs. If we need it, we just buy it. It's just that simple. Let's see, Keyblaze. Keyblaze is a typing tutors program designed to assist with learning how to speed type and touch type. Let's just take a look at this real quick. I don't see me getting this, but this would be nice for if you're just trying to get better with typing in general. Let's see, lessons for everyone. Learn touch typing. I don't know what that is. Unless that's typing on the screen. Oh man, does it have little game things and oh man, this is probably for like schools. Touch typing and increase your WPM with easy drills games. Maybe the touch typing is like the games and things. I don't know. I mean, look, I can tell you this is pretty good if you're just like, even for practicing, like, fuck, I gotta type faster or whatever. Well, this is probably a good way of doing that. For me, I'm pretty comfortable for how fast I type. I know when I was in school during my heyday, I think I did 43 words per minute, and the requirement was 40 words per minute. And PC support, that's the thing too. That was PC support. I was 40 words per minute. So yeah, I don't think I do 40 words per minute anymore though. But I feel like I type in a comfortably fast enough speed, where I guess if I ever start having doubts about anything, then I could get that. But yeah, no, it's not tempting to try out though. All right, so we got Mixpad. Mixpad's multi-track mixing software designed for professional audio production. Lets you load and record audio clips and mix them together. Cool. And they have it for Android too. So I guess you could mix music on the go. I guess that's kind of good. Don't really care too much about that. Moneyline, manage your personal finance and digitally balance your checkbooks with this software that gives you fast, easy access to all your important spending and financial data all in one place. Okay, so I can tell you already that this is up my alley because technically I do a budget in a pretty much like an income checker that I do once a week. So I'll save receipts and kind of see what's going on and have budgets set up and things like that. So I can figure out, okay, well, how much am I spending for something and whatnot? And I built it in Excel, like built it in 2007. And I still use it today. And I've never really made too many changes to it over the years. And, it's pretty reliable. I feel like I save money, and I mean, it more so when it comes to a budget or personal finance. I feel the biggest thing is that you just want to know where your money's going. And once you know where your money's going, and if you're just tired of it, well, then you know what to fix. You know where to start to fix, where to go, and whatnot. Because a lot of people, well, we just got to, just 20% across the board. And it's like, okay, well, it's kind of hard to do with utilities and phone and things, since those are kind of set rates or variable, or, what are you going to do? You're going to go out to your main power box and turn it off? you know so I can tell you, for somebody like myself, in my experience, look, if you want to save money, or you have a goal set for like financial stability, or hey, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to buy something, I can tell you, you just really just got to track where your money's going, and then, you just have your maximum amount, and then just set up, set up whatever that you want to set up. So, like, for me personally, I would like to save 10% every month, just across the board. Hey, any money that I get, I would like to not 90% of it's for spending, 10% of it I want it to go into my savings account. And even that's a that's pretty steep, even for anybody on a personal level. It always sounds easier on paper, but it definitely depends on your life situation and whatnot. Anyway, okay, moving on. We got Orion. Let's see. Search for deleted files on your hard drive or any external or portable drive connected to your computer. Files can either be recovered or overwritten. I don't personally care about that, just because I'm pretty good at managing and maintaining my files. Okay, PhotoPad. This image editor allows you to crop, resize, and apply effects like red eye reduction, sepatones, contrast, and more. Video and image editing. Well, just like what I said earlier, I kind of don't really care about that. PhotoStage. PhotoStage brings your pictures to life and lets you share your favorite memories with family and friends in an interesting and portable way. Let's just see what this is about. So, can I burn them to a CD? That's what it's kind of looking like. Okay, easy slideshow wizard, image editing tools, transitions and effects, add music and voiceovers, multimedia presentations, and save and share, DVD, YouTube, and more. Yeah, I guess that's cool for family gatherings or events or whatever. Like, I don't take a lot of pictures. I have a lot of photos and images, but I don't take a lot of pictures and stuff. So, yeah. HTML5 video to embed in your website. I mean, it's cool. It's definitely something that I'm not worried about. Or not worried about. I'm just not interested, man. Sorry, just ain't my cup of tea. Let's see here. So, Pico PDF. Pico PDF allows you to easily edit your PDF files by changing or adding text, images, and more. Okay, well, look. So, okay, so technically I use PDF Exchange, and I bought a professional license for it. So editing and adding images and embedding things and making it into forms or whatever, I kind of already have that. And it's nice just having one platform to do that. But, let's see. Editing, easy. Add text or edit text, make layout adjustments, insert, move, delete images. Can kind of already do that. Let's see, edit text, rearrange text, add notes and comments, delete and move embedded images, add an image to your PDF file, edit locally, no need to upload your documents. Ooh, calling out Adobe on that one. Let's see, open, edit, save and share. Sign PDFs. Yeah, I kind of already have that feature. Edit PDFs. Okay, so I don't know if this is because this is like a free version or something, because I mean that looks pretty fucking bland, to be honest. I mean, look, it's like I said, it sounded cool. I feel like when it comes to editing, like if you want to edit PDFs and things, like let's just be honest here. If you want to do a whole bunch of this stuff, just buy a license. And even for that, you can buy it too. So I wouldn't doubt if, at least for that little example thing, oh, well, this is our trial version or this is the basic version. If you want to do the images or whatever, it's like, look, I can tell you, you can get bent out of shape as much as you want because it's like, yeah, well, software, I feel it's free or whatever. It's like, look, man, somebody worked hard on it. And look, even I'll be the one to say, like, look, even I felt the same way too, where it's like, oh, well, I want to look for the most free possible things or whatever. Well, sure, you can. I mean, if you can save money, but it's like, look, if you just want something to work or you want it that specific or particular feature, just pay for it. Just pay for it. I mean, or design it yourself and program it. That's an option too. That's an option too. So, that's just how I feel about it. So, no. All right, let's see here. Pixelian image file format converter that converts image files between GIF, portable networks, graphic, JPEG, PDF, and more. Before converting your file, Pixelian allows you to view the image within the application as well as displaying the current file parameters. Well, let's see. I mean, look, I can tell you with image editing software, I mean, for one, you're likely already knowing what you want to convert, and as well as you likely already have to open that in the software before you can convert it or save it as a different format. Compress, let's see, easily add captions or watermarks. I guess that's kind of nice. If you just want to if you're like a photographer, you do like a lot of art. Active PNG, SVG, and more. There's always and more. Yeah, so I think this. Okay. All right. So I can't bash on this too much because so this can do batch things. So if you have like a lot of things, okay, all right, yeah, no, I can see the appeal for this for sure. Which, you know what? Maybe I can use this. let's check this out. Let's definitely check it out. Especially for my website, because adding photos and things, I'm kind of curious to see, at least for the format, if I can have it set to just a certain size every time with a certain format, then okay, then that's what I'm just going to do. It'll make my life a lot easier, actually. Okay, Pocket Dictate. Pocket Dictate is a voice recorder for iPhone. Dictate directly onto your phone and then tap send and record. Okay, so kind of cool, but now a lot of the phones kind of already have that feature and function that you can use like in any app now. So, that's some food for thought. All right, Prism video conversion software can convert videos from AVI to MPG to MOB, VOB, MOB, VOB, Windows Media Format, and more into AVI, ASF, and many additional. Okay, look, it's a video editing, or not video editing, video file conversion. I think I tried using that a long time ago, and it was all right. I mean, you got so many other programs out there that can do things, and it kind of goes back to like what I said, like, a lot of the programs that come out of the box or as is gives you a lot of those extra features and functions that, yeah, you either might have to dig up or to find it, or it's just there and you just don't really use it as often. So, you might have one program that can do like MP4 and all this other things, but then another program might do like WebM. Okay, cool. Well, they're both already on my computer, so it's like, okay, so, and I guess it comes back down to that convenience thing. Do you want a centralized program to do everything, or do you not mind just, okay, oh fuck, okay, this other program does what I need it to do? So that's how I feel about it personally. Let's see here. RecordPad. RecordPad is an easy sound recording program. Using RecordPad, you can quickly and easily record audio notes, messages, or announcements in either WAV or MP3. Cool. Not my cup of tea. Okay. Ooh, boy. Okay, SoundTap. SoundTap lets you record audio that is playing through your computer to either WAV or MP3 format. Audio is tapped by virtual sound driver and results in perfect digital quality audio recordings. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see here. Streaming audio capture software that will convert playing. Let's see, streaming audio. Special kernel driver to preserve audio quality. Okay. Save streaming audio broadcast. Use Broadwave to broadcast. Your band SoundTap can record and archive the broadcasts. Record VoIP calls. So it's almost like a... So it's like a secondary recording thing, I guess. But, audio only, which, if I did podcasts and things like that, which I don't see me doing that. Okay. So, cool. It's cool, but, ain't really my cup of tea. All right, Spin3D. Spin3D is an easy-to-use 3D file format converter that converts files to and from STL, 3DP, 3MF, mesh form. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Let's just take a look at it. Let's see. easy 3D file conversion, prepare for 3D printing, convert 3D models. Okay, yeah, I guess that's cool. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but cool. I guess if you need to convert it from one platform to another, that's nice. Fast and easy batch file conversion. That'd be useful for if you have a lot of assets and stuff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, wow. Jesus. Look at all this. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean if I did all that stuff, then yeah. Okay, Switch. Switch is a sound file converter that can convert and compress many different types of audio files into MP3 or WAV format and many more audio formats. Um, yeah, just kind of comes back down to if you need it or not, which, for me, I don't. I got a whole bunch of other things that I use for that. Let's see. Tempo Perfect. Tempo Perfect is a metronome that runs on your PC, designed to help musicians play in time and create beat patterns using a combination of accent beats and normal beats. Well, that's kind of cool. So I'm assuming, well, an iPhone and Android too. That's even better. Yeah, man. So, get a metronome. Jeez, 112 beats per minute. Well, I mean, look, I'm not a musician, so I really wouldn't know what to do or. But that's pretty cool. Digital metronome. Okay, Jones generator, NCH sound tone generator lets you create audio tone sweeps or noises, waveforms using your computer's sound card. This sounds a little dated. Generate waveforms, tone settings, test tones. Oh, tone generator. Okay. Let's see. Generating test tones for radio, audio level, alignment, calibration, and testing of sound equipment and speakers, demonstration of audio principles to students, creates harmonics by generating multiple sound frequencies, acoustics testing and equalization, white noise generator, audio band signaling, and hearing tests under medical supervision. Use in other studios for the alignment of levels. Okay, yeah, I guess that's cool if you want to dialing in on things. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I mean, once again, up to me. Okay, so video pad. Okay, now look, I can tell you, I already have video pad. This is my editing software. It's pretty cool. All the features and functions that you have, drag and drop videos and effects and transitions. If you've seen some of the game captures and stuff, because I've only been doing Death Stranding. It's been hitting that pretty hard and whatnot. But like you can take breaks and things in Death Stranding, or I personally like taking a break, because the game's long and a lot to do. So, I add transitions, from those breaks and things like that, just to keep the content flowing. Easy to use. I'd like to say yes. I mean, they do got like video tutorials and stuff. I haven't checked any of those out, to be honest, but there's a lot of things that you could do that I think is pretty cool. I would recommend it to anybody. I think for the price and for what you get, I think it's where if you want to make that your default or even just a starting stepping stone to figure out where you're going to go with things, I think this is the way to go personally. But then again, it's not like I shopped around or anything like that because once again, it was kind of a gateway because I had the debut video recorder. So I've always kind of heard, oh, yeah, they always had the video editor. So it's like, well, why not just get that and that? And, almost like a package deal. And, it's like I said, I know I have this available for download on my website as well. Just it's shareware, so features and functions, it might let you do that once or twice, and then after that it's going to tell you, hey, look, you've got to get a license, or you can run it without a license or basic mode or however you want to call it, but then you're not going to have all these features, or if you did a whole bunch of stuff in a video, it's not going to let you export it or anything. Okay, Voxel. Voxel lets you change your voice in real time and enhance any application that uses a microphone. So, voice modulation or whatever, which, that I don't really care about, at least not for right now. WavePad is a professional sound editor program letting you make and edit voice and other audio recordings. You can edit effects like echoes and amplification, noise reduction, and much more. If I was into music and sound and whatnot, yes, maybe that's something I'll look at a later time. And then Zulu DJ Software is a audio DJ program. This professional DJ software lets you mix music and other audio recordings live, drag and drop music into and around the amplification interface, and preview upcoming tracks. Pretty cool. If you're a DJ, I don't know what other DJ software is out there and whatnot, but yeah. So yeah, this is all their applications that they have for the most part. The complete range of software, because I'm just kind of curious here, like for telephone software. They got things like answering attendance and multi-channel voice recorder and on-hold message player and express talk and dial dictate and single line call recorder. They have a lot of other different things, so I don't know. I think for everything that I kind of went through, I think this is probably really the bulk of everything. School software is okay. The WavePad, MixPad, RecordPad, Keyblaze. Okay, I'm not surprised. FastFox, Express Dictate, Express Scribe, VideoPad, PhotoStage, Express Account, Ventoria, Zulu, academic pricing for students and okay. I don't know about, I don't know about that. But yeah, like there are a few things. Yeah, which I already do that. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of looking, but I think this really covered the bulk of everything. Like for telephone software, well, I can tell you, I know, as tempting as that is for me, there's no way, nor am I interested in trying to dig deep into telephone software and whatnot. So yeah, yeah. But as you can see, they have a lot of different things here, and I'll definitely put a link in the description for you guys to check it out too. Because I mean, I think it's a hidden gem. Or a lot of people use this, and I just But I mean, it's like I said, I've been using these guys for years now. Or, well, I wouldn't say using them for years, but I've always had their debut video recorder, and I thought I was going to go big with it, but I didn't. But I guess now I'm trying to go big with it, you could say. So, I thought this was a nice little hidden gem to just kind of share with everybody. So, yeah. All right, guys. So there you have it. So we're going to be checking out 5 different programs. So this is pretty much going to be 5 additional videos. I'm not too sure about the format. I know it's probably not going to be how I started this intro, mind you. I might cover like the installation process and then features and functions, or it might just be me collecting me just testing out the software itself and then just kind of presenting it into a nice little neat package as well. I know that's something I'm going to figure out, but I don't think that the format of the videos are going to be like how this one is for the introduction. This is probably just how intro videos are just going to be for me for at least for anything for topics, depending on whatever that is. So yeah, at least for this series, you could call it. I'm going to check out these other 5 programs. So I just want to go over those real quick. So we're going to check out the Copper POS system, the Express scheduling system, the Express Zip system, the Money Line, and then the Pixilium one. Pretty much in that exact same order too, as well. So as content comes out, it'll be tagged or flagged, something like that as it comes out, at least on the site. Because I don't know when and how I'm going to get to that and whatnot. But I hope you enjoyed the video. It's like I said. Look, I thought the site was pretty cool to kind of share. The link's going to be in the description below. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And until next time.